Hi everybody, welcome to Diplomacy with Akwesi. Today in our lesson we are going to look at MUNs and how they operate. Then we would end it with the importance of MUN. Now, when we talk about MUN, what do we mean? MUN simply stands for Model United Nations. In this case, we are saying that a group of students or a group of persons, or it could even be gathering, or it could even be youth advocates who would want to meet and simulate exactly what the UN does. When we say simulation or simulate what the UN does, we are saying that, for want of a better word, we are mimicking or copying exactly what the UN does. So basically, that is what MUN really stands for. Now, when we get to MUN meetings, what exactly do we do? Like I said earlier on, we simulate the MUNs. And so there are different committees, just like in the United Nations, where we have the Security Council, we have the ECOFIN, we have the UNICEF, and other varied committees. Same thing happens in MUNs. So the MUNs also have the Security Council, they have the ECOFIN, they have the WHO, and other committees that they simulate. So each and every student or participant is appointed or selected to be part of any of the committees that is mentioned or that is selected for that very MUN. These same students are also given country representations to represent, just like in the United Nations, where various states meet together to formulate ideas. So students would meet with other students elsewhere, and in this case, they are going to be given country allocations where they will be mandated to study on the country to deliver and present themselves just like citizens of those countries. So example, I can go to any MUN and represent any country. So say I can go to an MUN and represent the United States of America. So doing, I go as an American and I don't go as a Ghanaian. So I do everything just like an American would do. I speak and I debate topics just like the America would debate topics, and not like a Ghanaian would do, though I am a Ghanaian. Now let's look at the importance of Model United Nations. When we talk about the importance of Model United Nations, we are looking at varied essentials and varied importance. In fact, it spans to a very wide spectrum. That means there are a lot of importance to it. But today, we will look at only 4 major importance. And the first one is that it develops the research skills of participants. Now, each participant who is fortunate to be part of MUNs are given countries, like I said, and they're also given committees. And in these committees are topics that need to be debated. Now, with the topics, these participants and delegates get the opportunity to study these topics, read around these topics, research on these topics, and they come to these MUN with some research materials, and even before they appear before the committee, they present in a document we call the position paper. In our next and subsequent videos, we'll be looking at exactly what a position paper is. But to talk about research, we are saying that you are going to develop a different research skills that would enable you to research what I have tagged as the UN way of researching, which isn't just like the normal researching, but a different researching altogether. And that is what you, the delegate or the participant, is going to develop. The next important is the development of communication skills. Every delegate or participant that gets the opportunity to be part of MUNs develop, if nothing at all, their communication skills of themselves. So you end up learning certain bits of communications and how to debate around certain topics the UN way from other delegates, from certain debates that would unfold on the floor of the House. So delegates pick up bits and pieces of these communication skills that helps them to communicate so well. The next important is that delegates and participants of MUNs get the opportunity to also learn about the modalities of the UN. That being said, they are able to learn and acquaint themselves to know exactly what the UN really is, to know what exactly the UN does, the history of the UN, how the UN reacts, how the UN issues certain orders to some varied issues in this whole world. Participants and delegates become fully aware of all these dealings of the United Nations. Now, lastly, we are going to look at networking skills. Now, with networking skills, you are going to actually meet a lot of people as a delegate, meeting persons from other countries, from other fields, from other environments, from other communities, and your ability to react and tolerate all of them really counts. And that's what we look by way of networking, because the atmosphere during an MUN session itself is going to show you how to network and how to interact with other persons wherever they may come from. So you are not left out wherever or however you came for the conference. You are always more or less attached to someone somewhere else. And yes, once you get opportunity to also leave your country or your community, you're able to also link up with other delegates you met elsewhere. Fortunately, our time is over for this very session. Meet us in the next video for the next topic where we'll be looking at position papers. Until then, be safe and be calm and think and act the UN way.